to get into YouTube for the money, but it's not necessarily the best idea to get into it for the money. I think a lot of people end up getting discouraged because they're just like, oh, you know, I can do this and it'll be easy, and you know, it won't be that big of a deal. Like a lot of people are doing it. It's pretty simple, and it is, you know, at its base, it is a relatively simple thing to do and to get into, but there's actually a lot more that goes on, you know, kind of behind the scenes, and there's a lot more work that gets put into it than I think a lot of people realize. And you know, once that happens, a lot of people, you know, like with the gaming thing that I do, I'm a smaller channel. I don't know if this will ever grow into anything bigger. If it does, that's, you know, that's fan-freaking-tastic. You know, that's success somewhere, and that's pretty much what people are looking for. But I'm a smaller channel. I'm growing really, you know, not necessarily steadily. I'm growing here and there, but it's very slow. And a lot of that has to do with the way that Google, you know, makes views work, how you're viewed in, you know, the Google search engine, the YouTube search engine, all that stuff, and various other things. Various other things to go with that. Now, what does this do? Do I need to take it with me? Is it okay? That is ultimate doom. These things are going really, really slow. I can get in here. I don't know if that's the right way. Generally, ghost houses have two ways to go. That is not the right way. That is very much the wrong way. Okay, so I hit that. That doesn't do anything. I don't know if this goes anywhere. I can't tell. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go in here because we didn't go in there last time. We have that. Okay. So we're gonna lure these ghosts over here, but you know, I keep getting off topic. I'm trying to talk about something, but you know, it's actually, like I said, YouTube is actually a lot harder of a thing to get into than I think a lot of people realize. And you know, when ultimately, wow, when ultimately people realize that it's a very difficult thing. I'm just gonna do this again. Seem to not really be having good luck with this. Come on, ghosts. Over here. More. Okay. That's better. What the hell? Wasn't that gone when I hit the switch that one time? I'm pretty sure it was gone. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get this. Do this. Let's go over here. I think... Oh no. No, it's not gone. I'm just fucking crazy. That's what it is. So what happens if I do that? Nothing. That goes nowhere. I don't know what that does. There are two switches in there. I don't know. Oh. Ha ha ha. I got you, game. I got you. This is what you want me to do, isn't it? You want me to do the glitch. Because I need two switches. There we go. I need two of these. I see what it wants me to do, but a lot of people get discouraged. Like I said, I'm going to keep coming back to this until I figure this out, but a lot of people get discouraged because it's a lot harder than, you know, people actually realize it is. A lot of work goes into it, and then on top of that, you know, you have all the bigger channels that, you know, a lot of new people gravitate towards. It's very tough starting a channel and trying to be not necessarily original, but just trying to stand out from the crowd. And especially when you're doing stuff like me, like there's a lot of gaming channels out there. I know a lot of people probably won't manage to stumble, you know, upon me just by happenstance. I think the only time people can really find me now is by pure dumb luck, usually because of the way that Google makes it so that your search results come up in a certain way. Like, if your videos are viewed from beginning to end, like the more time spent viewing your video, like the more percentage that people actually spend watching your video, it determines like how well, you know, your video does in the search results and how easily people find, you know, your video and stuff. And for smaller channels, it's hard because the gaming scene, there's only so much originality that you can have when you're doing games. And once again, I lied. Hell freezes again as we keep going as I try to explain my point. But you know, a lot of stuff like gaming and vlogs and reviews and stuff like the problem. Oh no, it's one of these again. The problem with a lot of it is being original, and then on top of being original, because that's pretty hard to do at this point. Like I think a lot of originality is, there's not really a whole lot of originality, I suppose, left, if anything. I think now, wow, I think now it's mostly about just standing out and maybe doing something better than someone else. Not necessarily better, but doing something in a way that allows you to connect to people and for people to really understand, like, you know, where you're coming from and all that stuff. Kind of putting a unique spin on something. I guess that would be considered original, but I mean, like, originality is kind of dead these days. A lot of ideas, pretty much every idea has been done. You know, pretty much, oh wow, okay, I should have expected that. Pretty much every idea has been done at this point, and from here on, it's just about, you know, seeing whether or not whatever it is that you do, whether it's better or worse than someone else, is something that someone can really enjoy and get behind, and that's really tough. It's a tough thing to do, especially in this day and age. You know, it's 2013. We're in the age where technology is really starting to rule a lot of, you know, our daily lives and all that stuff. And back when YouTube first started in probably, I'd like to say 2000 and maybe 2006, maybe it was before that, but you know, the gaming scene on YouTube was really small back then, and that's when a lot of, you know, the big YouTubers that you see today had started. And you know, back then there wasn't really that big of an audience. A lot of people didn't, well, there was a big audience, but a lot of people hadn't really done the whole commentary thing over videos and had put them up online. I know I never thought of that. Maybe I know a lot of people, including myself, you know, if I did think of that back then, which I don't even know how I would have, could be like, yeah, you know, if I could go back in time, I would totally go back and try and do all that stuff. But I don't know, you know, it's one of those things where you can never really be sure how things would turn out, even if you did something or you knew about some kind of event beforehand. Like, for all we know, you know, we could have all gone back and YouTube could have become a much more different thing. You know, who really knows? Who really knows? You know, who would have guessed that a simple, you know, kind of, not necessarily like file sharing, but, you know, a service where people could upload literally almost anything aside from, you know, really super adult content like, you know, like porn or really graphic, you know, IRL, you know, like real life violence and stuff like that. Anything that was considered extremely negative, you know, that type of thing. You could pretty much share nearly anything, and who would have figured that that would turn into something crazy? You know, the people behind YouTube certainly did, and, you know, now it's just this super huge, you know, powerhouse social media enabler type of deal. And you know, that it is what it is today. It's still actually today, I mean, it's grown pretty huge, but it's actually still pretty small. You know, like it's one of those things that's constantly evolving and growing, and, you know, always probably end up becoming bigger than, you know, a lot of people realize. So, wow, what the hell? Wow. How am I supposed... Okay, if I land on this, will it kill me? No, okay, I guess not. I figured if I landed on that, I would die, but that is not the case. Not the case at all. But, you know, starting out on YouTube is hard. It's hard, and it's not necessarily just a thing of, you know, being noticed. It actually takes a lot of people out of their comfort zone, and it takes me out of my comfort zone a lot. Holy shit. That grinder, man. Holy crap. It's re-damn-diculous. Seems like we need a P-switch, though, so that's what I'm gonna look for. Look for that P-switch. Yeah, it takes a lot of people out of their comfort zone. Like, if you meet me, if I ever have the privilege, you know, like, if my channel ever grows into something crazy, and I end up going to conventions and people notice me and whatnot. If I end up meeting any of my fans, or, you know, not necessarily fans, subs, I don't know, whatever you want to call yourselves, I guess. If I end up meeting anyone, you'll realize right away that I'm definitely not, like, I mean, I'm definitely kind of the same person that you hear and interact with on here. I guess as interactive as it could be on the channel, but I'm actually a lot quieter and probably a little less vulgar. I'm pretty humble. I'm pretty humble of a guy, and I try to be as polite as possible. I know I don't like to talk a lot. I really don't. A lot of my friends in real life and family can attest to that. I'm not very big on talking. Like I like to let other people, you know, say their piece, and you know, I like to listen and all that stuff. And I don't even know how I got on this topic. I guess it was semi-related, but you know, I like to be quiet, and I like to listen to people. And if I have anything to say, I'll say it. But if not, then you know, you shouldn't really think of it as anything necessarily bad. What am I doing? I think I need to. Wow, that's a lot of grinders over there. There's a lot of slowdown too. I think there's a lot of stuff on screen. What I need to do is I need to bring this over here, put that there, save that, and then I need to go and get the P-switch that I saw. But yeah, I'm a pretty quiet guy in real life. I like to let other people do the talking, you know, like I like to listen to what people have to say, and if I you know, have something relevant to say, if there's some input that I want to get out there, then I'll say it. But other than that, I pretty much keep to myself, you know. It's not a matter of me being weird or a creep or anything like that, although I know in this day and age people can certainly misunderstand that. But you know, it's just a matter of being polite and being humble, and I'm like, you know, like I said, this is just, it's an extension of myself. What the hell am I even doing with this? Oh, okay, that's weird. What the? Oh, okay, I guess I can just do that. Sure. No, what? Okay. Oh, what the hell? Why would you do that? I don't understand. Why would you put more grinders in here? Alright. Whoa! Way too fast there, buddy. Alright. Nope, that was this is very bad. The way that a lot of these things are landing. Holy shit. Alright. I don't even know what that was about. I didn't even kill one of them. Well, I mean, I didn't even kill both of them. I killed one of them. Doesn't really make sense, but I don't even know. Like, I went off on a huge tangent. Like, I meant to talk about something, and then that led into something else that was somewhat related. And that just went off on its own thing. So that is that. But the forest is nearly all chopped down. At least those grinders can't cut down any more trees. However, you're a bad person. Throat's dry, sorry. But you're a bad person for blowing up a building. At least karma got you back. Ha 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 ha. That was really mean. What the fuck, man? What are you even talking about? I was blowing up a building because some bad shit was going on. But anyway, when we get back to this, we're going to Pokey is P out of 55 3D. 553D. Or maybe that's not even a slash. Maybe that's an exclamation point. I don't know what that's referencing. It's probably something funny or some kind of inside joke that I'm not aware of. But anyway, I've said my piece. This has been another successful run through a little bit more of a Mario, I guess. And I always thank you for watching and entertaining my random ramblings, because they are random and they are ramblings. So thank you, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.